Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Music Lab podcast. My name is Dogg, and I'm so excited to be back with you for another episode as we kick off season 3 of the podcast. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all that fun stuff to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us, that helps the bands. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR, outfitters.com, for all your clothing needs, especially as the temperatures drop. So in this episode today, ladies and gentlemen, and we've done this previously in season 2, a whole bunch of music festival lineups have been announced this week. And so Dogg felt like, what better time? It's January. I want to think about summer. I want to think about live music. I want to think about being outside. And a lot of festivals, like I said, have been announced. So we're going to go over them. Some of them have already been announced previously, but I think we have 7 or 8 that we're going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, actually. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. So buckle up. This is going to be fun. And we're just going to do them chronologically when they start. So the first one that we're going to talk about is happening February 23rd and 24th. And it's called the Innings Festival. It's produced by Austin City Limits and Lollapalooza. And this festival happens in Tempe, Arizona, during spring training. This 2-day fest starts at $310 for a weekend pass and leans toward rock and pop. The lineup, headlining on, I think, Friday night, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Jimmy Eat World, we have 311, Phanogram, and Matt and Kim. And then the following day, Hozier is headlining. We have Macklemore Without Lewis, Third Eye Blind, and one of our favorites, Young the Giant. In addition, you get to meet former Major League Baseball players and catch a game during spring training. The next festival we're going to do is their sister festival, and this is the first time that they're doing an additional weekend, and it's called Extra Innings Festival. This weekend focuses on Americana and country music, where Innings focused on rock and pop, like I said. This festival happens the following weekend on March 1st and 2nd, with the same pricing as Innings. The lineup includes headlining Chris Stapleton, the Turnpike Troubadours, Elle King, and Kingfish Ingram, I think his name is. We saw him open up for Chris Stone, Kingfish Ingram. Yeah, we saw him open up for Buddy Holly at the Ryman. Then the next day, we have Dave Matthews Band headlining, Noah Kahan, who we saw on Saturday Night Live earlier this year, Sheryl Crow, the Gin Blossoms, Larkin Poe, and Jade Bird. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we head east and south to Miami, Florida. And this year, like I think since 1999, the Ultra Music Festival in Miami, Florida happens March 22nd to the 24th. And this lineup is headlined by Calvin Harris's first appearance in 10 years at the festival. 10 years. Where you can also see David Guetta, Eric Prydz, Excision, Martin Garrix, one of my favorites, Steve Aoki, Tiesto, and Zed's Dead, where 3-day passes start at $350, and during the day you can go to the beach. Not a bad gig. Our next festival that we're featuring, ladies and gentlemen, the Shaky Knees Festival. This happens May 3rd to the 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this has been happening since 2013. 3-day passes start at $365, and the lineup starts with Friday's action. We've got Noah Kahan headlining, Arcade Fire, Young the Giant, Interpol, The Revivalists, and Switchfoot. It's a solid lineup. Saturday, we have Weezer, Queens of the Stone Age, The Offspring, Mike Snow, Royal Blood, Dead Poet Society, which is a South by band that we featured. Or actually, no, they were on one of our Bottom Line on the Bottom Line series. So it's good to see them higher up in the lineup chain. And then on Sunday, the Foo Fighters headline and close out the festival. Billy Idol, Portugal the Man, Matt and Kim, the Struts. Yeah, it's a solid lineup for Shaky Knees this year, guys. Next, we have the Hard Rock. Welcome to Rockville. This is a hard rock music festival that's been alive since 2011, and it packs a punch with 4 days starting on May 9th until the 12th in Daytona Beach, Florida at Daytona International Speedway. And passes start at $375 for the 4 days, which doesn't seem too bad, actually, when you think about it and you're seeing the other prices so far. So Thursday night, headlining Motley Crue, Judas Priest, Anthrax, Amigo the Devil, one of our favorites, Mudvayne, Flyleaf, Stabbing Westward, August Burns Red, which is a band that's local to where I'm from. Friday, we have Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst and the boys rolling in. Falling in Reverse, Nonpoint, Jelly Roll, The Offspring, Living Color, Mr. Bungle, but I think what the keyboarders or somebody is in a little bit in trouble with the law, so we'll see if they keep playing. Saturday, we have Foo Fighters, Greta Van Fleet, Primus, Rainwolf, Queens of the Stone Age, Stone Temple Pilots, Royal Blood, L7, Cypress Hill, Clutch, Robot. Oh my Lord. And then Sunday we end it with Slipknot, Breaking Benjamin, Evanescence, Sebastian Bach, Sum 41, Atreyu, Black Veil Brides, Dead Poet Society again, which is great to see them again. Yeah, so wow. And there's more to be announced apparently. So if you didn't have enough from those 4 days, and all those bands I just listed, there is more to come. So we head from Daytona, we go a little bit northwest to the Hangout Festival, ladies and gentlemen. That happens May 17th to the 19th. 3-day festival, and you are going to Gulf Shores, Alabama, where you have been able to see bands on a beach since 2010. This year, it's headlined by Zach Bryan, Lana Del Rey, Odessa, The Chainsmokers, Cage the Elephant, Alice in Wonderland, Subtronics, A Day to Remember, All Time Low, Matt Mason. So not a bad lineup. And head on down to the beach for that one. Then, if you want to celebrate your Memorial Day weekend, you have two options, ladies and gentlemen. One, if you want to go to the West Coast, and one if you want to go to the East Coast. First, we have Bottle Rock Napa Valley. This 3-day festival happens on Memorial Day weekend with 3-day passes already sold out. And it's going into its 11th year as fans sip wine while watching Pearl Jam, Ed Sheeran, Stevie Nicks, Megan Thee Stallion, The Kid Laroi, Nora Jones, My Morning Jacket, Nelly, Cold War Kids, Stephen Marley, The Soul Rebels, The Record Company, Pete Yorn, Mondo Cosmo. This is a good lineup, ladies and gentlemen. This is right up there with Shaky Knees, I would say, so far. So definitely check this one out if you are living on the West Coast or if you've never been to Napa. I have not been to Napa. I've been to the West Coast. So, yeah. And then our East Coast version for Memorial Day weekend, we have Boston Calling. And this is the 11th year that it's going to happen. 40,000 fans descend to Harvard each year, and they might learn something. For the 3-day fest that is curated by the National's Aaron Dessner, and it happens this year, like I said, on the same weekend as Bottle Rock. So Friday, we have Ed Sheeran, Leon Bridges, which is the first time we see his name on a lineup festival, Young the Giant, David Kushner, Beach Weather. Saturday, we have Tyler Childers, Trey Anastasio, and Classic Tap. So the Northeast will get a little treat of some fish. Frank Turner, the Red Clay Strays, Bad Rabbits. That's Saturday. And then Sunday, we've got the Killers, Hosier, Megan Thee Stallion again, the Revivalists, the Heavy Heavy. Yeah, so good lineup in Harvard, and you might learn something. And check out Treehouse and Trillium Brewing when you're up that way. Then we head down to good old Lexington, Kentucky for the Railbird Festival, ladies and gentlemen. That happens on June 1st and 2nd. And for the second year, it's happening at the Red Mile, which is the second oldest harness track in the world. And tickets start at $335 for 2-day passes. The Railbird Music Festival starts with Saturday's lineup of Noah Kahan, the Turnpike Troubadours, Counting Crows. Great to see them. Marcus King, Trampled by Turtles, Brittany Spencer. We got Sunday's lineup of Chris Stapleton, Hosier again. He seems to be a regular so far. Lord Huron, nice to see them. Ella King again, Red Clay Strays, the infamous String Dusters, and Brent Cobb. So yeah, it's a good lineup for Railbird Festival this year. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the 10th festival of our music festival announcement episode. We have one of the granddaddies, and and before I announce this lineup, it is I would be remiss not to mention that Coachella's festival has not been announced and the lineup has not been announced. If you go to the website, it just says, passes available now, like level 1, but nothing about the lineup. So we are less than 3 months basically from that festival, and we do not have a lineup. So that is very telling. So hopefully we'll see that, I would assume, by the end of next week. So we'll see. But that gets to our last one. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Bonnaroo, one of the OGs since 2002. We've got 4 days of fun on the farm in Manchester, Tennessee, as last year over 80,000 fans joined the party. It happens June 16th to the 19th, and we've got Pretty Lights headlining Thursday night. We have Eggy, we have Geese, we have the Heavy Heavy. Michigander is playing. Say She is playing. Friday, we have Post Malone headlining, Maggie Rogers, Seven Lions, Joe Russo's Almost Dead. Interpol again, Gary Clark Jr., great to see them. The Mars Volta, always an experience seeing them live. Group Love, Larkin Poe again. So that's Friday night. Saturday, we have Red Hot Chili Peppers headlining again. Cage the Elephant, Cigarettes After Sex, John Batiste, Idols, Brittany Howard, which I think she has a new album coming out. The Teskey Brothers, great to see them. The Maine. There you go for Saturday. And then Sunday. Here is the head scratcher, I think, of all of the lineups, and certainly the headliners of any of these lineups. And ironically, it's for one of the biggest ones. So Sunday, we have headlining the festival, Fred Again. Fred Again. I said, who the heck is Fred Again? So, of course, I had to listen to see how good this guy is to be able to get a headlining slot in Bonnaroo. Ladies and gentlemen, he has 17 million monthly listeners. I listened to some of his tracks. It's okay. It's electronica. It's a little poppy. It's a little dream poppy. I guess a little R&B thrown in. Um, yeah, maybe I'm just getting older, but it just didn't connect with me. But yeah, he is headlining Sunday night. Megan Thee Stallion, Jason Isbell, Two Friends, Carly Rae Jepsen, Taking Back Sunday, Fortet, Milky Chance. So yeah, Bonner, I think you did all right this year. I cannot complain about your lineup. It's solid, except for maybe a head scratcher with Fred again. There you have it. We had 10 festival announcements. There's going to be more, obviously. We'll maybe cover them individually or just speak on them, touch base on them, and maybe even just mention something on social media. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some more information about each one of them. And like I said, I think only one of them was sold out. The Bottle Rock was sold out already, but obviously you can get them on the secondary markets. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Again, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all that fun stuff with our YouTube channel and our social media pages. Make sure to check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters, RAWR, outfitters.com. Go to their website, buy something. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dogg. You've been great. This is the Music Lab podcast.